Just remember, don't do drugs, because an owl may just rip your face off.
Welcome to Right on the Mark with your host, Mark Young. Today, we're going to be uncorking some Liberty Pole Spirits. It's a bourbon whiskey that was recommended to me by my creepy neighbor, cousin, Renee. So shout out to Renee. I'm about to uncork some bourbon that I've never had before. So welcome back to my channel, and as you know, I'm a beer drinking, whiskey tasting kind of guy that I want to dive right into this, but there are some procedures when you start tasting whiskey and drinking whiskey. So what I have here is a local product. This local product comes to you from Washington, Pennsylvania. So they're making all kind of stuffs local now here, not just in Pittsburgh. They're coming to smaller cities. So this particular item that I have right here is Liberty Pole Spirits. It's a bourbon whiskey. I have a rocks glass here to show you how it pours, so I could explain to you how it tastes and how it smells and just everything that goes about with the whiskey. And I have a little bit of water that you might want to add to it. Now there's a couple different ways you can go about this. You could add water to the whiskey or you cannot. So it's up in the air. You do what you do. I always say do what I do, so do what you do, if you know what I mean. But anyway, as I could see, this bottle looks a little bit like the St. Augustine bottle that I had down in Florida. So they must use the same type of bottling company. I mean, I could see it's pleated at the top. There's a wooden cork up here. There's a little notch here at the base of the bottle. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive right in and we're going to open this sucker up and we're going to taste it. You know, this is distilled at Mingo Creek distilleries. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty local. It's a big park that they're trying to expand. And in the meantime, they're doing some distilling with alcohol there and bourbon to be exact. Now they do have some other rye whiskey at the distillery. They have some corn whiskey, they have rye whiskey, they have some sweet bourbon. This just happens to be your regular run-of-the-mill bourbon, but it's a little higher in alcohol content. I want to say it's like 46%. Yep, 46% alcohol, which equals 92 proof. So it is pretty high in content, alcohol content, and you can just tell by the color. The darker the brown whiskey, the stronger the flavor and the alcohol potency. So that's something to remember, is the way you look at it is the darker, the stronger the whiskey is. So let's go ahead and just give it a pour. You know, back in the 1700s, oh, that's a nice smooth pour. That's a nice smooth pour. Back in the 1700s, whenever they were trying to put taxes on these types of spirits, they had at Mingo Creek, which was known as the Mingo Creek Society, they had these guys that came together and had a secret meeting in a secret locale out in the park of Mingo Creek. And they would call themselves the Society. And they would go out around town and they would hang poles up just to show that they were all a united front against this tax, against the spirit. Now, for you people that aren't aware of taxes, they tax you on different levels of alcohol. So if your alcohol is at 40%, which is 80 proof, you hit one tier of tax. But if you go above 40% alcohol, they hit you with another level of tax. That extra level of tax is what they were disagreeing with the government. They were trying to just get away from paying the extra tax because of the extra alcohol content in here. But anyway, that's enough about the spirits. Let's go ahead and taste test this. Now, the way I like to taste test it is I like to add a little water to it, but not too much. It's very key. So what I recommend is a cap full of water. So you're gonna pour out a cap full, try not to spill it. Come around here and pour it in your rocks glass. Now, you'll notice a couple things. The effervescence of dropping the water into this rocks glass. It kind of releases the aroma. I could smell it now. Has a smoky caramel flavor to it. And like I said before, it's an effervescence. It makes it kind of like carbonated, like bubbly. So it gets the notes out of it so you could taste and smell it better. You could swirl it around, warm it up with your hands, whatever you prefer. Do you, as I always say. So let's go ahead and give a taste. Liberty Pole going in. Ooh, that is definitely strong. You could tell that that is strong. Anybody that might be sitting around me now would be able to smell this, no doubt. It is pretty strong. Like I said, it's 92 proof. And all the other whiskeys that I mentioned earlier are the same proof. So the rye whiskey, the pleated bourbon whiskey is the same 92 proof. So they're all going to be about this color, except for the corn whiskey. It's kind of clear. They're going to be this strong, so be careful whenever you drink this. That's why I like to do the little splash of water, just to give it, wake up the flavor a little bit, as I like to say. You know, this takes me back in the day whenever I used to try whiskey and it used to make me sick. But now I endorse whiskey. I love whiskey. I am whiskey, as people would say. Oh, I'll tell you, but I can go off on a tangent. I can go in all different ways. But if you get a chance, go out, try some of this Liberty Pole spirits. It's really good. This is aged for 21 months, it says, and it's batch number 27. So it is a very small batch that they make these out of. They have single barrels and they just spike a barrel and fill a bottle up. So it's not a big vat that you'll see like in California or Texas. It's just a local brand nearby that tastes really, really good. I think, in my opinion, first time trying this, I think it's really good. It has a really nice smoky caramel flavor to it, and there's all kind of other flavors going on in there too. So let me know what you think. You tell me whenever you taste this if you like it. Is it too strong? Is it too weak? I mean, I don't really like the 100 proof whiskeys. I like the 80 proof, but this, this 92 proof is just as good as the other stuff. So I'll tell you what, folks, you got to try it. Come on, hit me up. You know, I'm moving towards 100 videos. Binge watch my videos if you want to. I do a lot of alcohol tasting. I do a lot of alcohol drinking, whether it's beer, whiskey, wine, shots, you name it. you name the drink and I'll do it.
I hate this channel.
No! So comment below. Let me know what you think about this. Just my channel in general. Why not? I mean, come on. There's a lot of whiskey tasting out there. I'm trying to be a little bit different. So give me a shout out if you can. Renee, this is the real deal. And personal shout out to my other neighbor where I met Renee at Ben's graduation party. So that turned out great. So thanks, Matt. Good deal. So I'm going to have one more taste before I say so long, everyone. Liberty Pole going in. Oh, that hits the spot. Bingo, baby. Even from the chair, I could still do a bingo, baby. That's right. Standing, sitting, no matter how. Maybe next time I'll lay down and do one and give you a bingo, baby. But that's how I roll. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss any of this content right here, and you won't miss any of this, because you definitely don't want to miss the alcohol content. It's all good stuff, folks. Until next time, salute. Special salute to John Kelly. Take care. See you guys. Well, that about wraps it up for Right on the Mark with your host, Mark Young. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell. That bell's not there for show. I want you to tap it so you don't miss any of this, as I usually say, in any of this. See you next time, folks. Take care.